Hey everyone, welcome back to another kind of a short video today. If you haven't gotten a chance to already, I'd encourage you to go back and watch a previous video about throwout bearings. Somebody in that video pointed out something that needed some clarification, and I went back and did a little bit more research, which is fun for me because I get to learn about new things that I haven't taken apart before, and figured that there was a part of it that needed some clarification. So I thank them for pointing that out. Now, just a quick summary, this throwout bearing, which was the point of the previous video, is to, when you press on the clutch pedal of your car, a hydraulic fork presses on this throwout bearing, which contacts the pressure plate. As it presses, it pushes on those springs, those forked springs of the pressure plate, and that relieves the pressure and separates the axles that join the engine and the transmission together. So when we press the clutch, we're removing the engine's force from the transmission, allowing us to shift gears, and then re-engaging those two by connecting them so that we can continue transferring power back to the transmission. Now this flywheel has bolt holes around the outside, this pressure plate has bolt holes that attach it to the flywheel. Now the flywheel is a big heavy disc on the back of the engine that spins. Since that flywheel is spinning and the pressure plate is bolted to it, that means that the pressure plate also is spinning. So as the throwout bearing, with its hydraulic force from pressing on the clutch, presses against the pressure plate, we know that since the pressure plate is spinning, this shiny face of the throwout bearing is also spinning. So the outside spins, but the inside is attached to a sleeve that is around the axle connecting the engine and transmission. That sleeve doesn't rotate, even though the axle inside of the sleeve is rotating very quickly. But it does move, because as we press on the clutch, it moves back and forth. So the outside face is rotating as it presses on that pressure plate. The inside is sliding back and forth as we press and release the clutch. So there is motion happening in both cases. The clarification that I wanted to make is exactly where that rotation happens. In the previous video, it was mentioned that the inside was illustrated as the inside being rotating, but rather the outside face is what's rotating, the inside is sliding. So once again, thanks for pointing that out. It's great. I love being able to learn this new stuff. I've never had a vehicle with a clutch before, so I've never really gotten a chance to learn about the clutch assemblies, and I really enjoyed taking this one apart to learn about it. So as always, if you have stuff that breaks, it's really cool to be able to go and play with it a little bit, sometimes even break things a little bit more for the sake of learning more about them. So as always, go learn some new things.